does not need to play anymore, does not need to worry anymore as well. So it's a really important set for both players. They know they just want to lock in that top 6 position now. They don't want to risk dipping down to that loser's pit. We know how dangerous it is down there. But of course, you know, with both these players, they're exceptional, and it is going to be a hard-fought match with lots of Palatinas on the board.
And Neeroz is a player that is used to get into really deep into this bracket. He's always in squad strike. He's always been playing a lot of characters, and he's always managing to get through a lot of rounds. So he's going to start with the Pokemon. He's going to start with the Greninja, one of the two that he controls. And I think this is a really good start by Neeroz. Just playing a character that has a high mobility, really high jump, that can camp you out or wall you out. But Xetroz, of course, just starting really strong.
I want to preface that while I was excited for a Snake Ditto, I am very much not excited at the prospect of a Palutena Ditto. But
not as much.
But yes, I mean, obviously both these players starting off without those characters. You know, the Mario versus Greninja already. I mean, Xetroz off to a blazing start here. See, with Neeroz, with Pikachu kind of up next, is a scary prospect that you take down the Frog and suddenly have to deal with the main that makes Neeroz so exceptionally strong. But of course, Neeroz actually opting for a bit more a defensive playstyle here, kind of just weaving in and out with these stray-like hits, these straight neutral airs, back airs, just literally get a bit of chip damage rather than kind of comboing anything. Does not want to risk much, actually.
Yeah, here's the thing. So Mario can throw a lot of things that are very safe, and Greninja doesn't have the best out of shield gameplay. So this will, the up smash quite betraying Neeroz there. The up smash connecting would have probably put Xetroz on the verge of losing that stock, probably not getting it because he was at 80%. But of course the down tilt to up smash is on deck, the near to fair as well. And Xetroz needs to be careful to not lose that stock yet, because a Greninja with Rage can be really, really, really scary.
Exactly what we saw there. That forward air is so deceptively strong as it does take away that stock, takes down the Mario, and now we bring us on to the first of 2 Palutinas on the horizon today. Of course, Xetroz, using his character's great strength earlier, see if it can finally take down this one.
I think Neeroz did what was the hardest first. I think Mario may be the character that Greninja struggles the most against in this kind of game in Spot Strike, because once his stock is gone, you don't have any character that can just deal a lot of damage with aerials. You can combo as hard, and right now Greninja is at a very tricky spot. 124%, so you will not be able to combo him as easily, and also he can just drift away, just force you to approach, and Greninja does well when you force interactions.
Oh, well, I think that's it was a really good point before the Greninja died. The fact that he could just go for these retreating forward airs is so powerful. I love that Xetroz kind of just maneuvered around that regardless. Firing that here took away the stock. But of course, the Pikachu's out now. This is Neeroz's main. This is the scariest character on his entire lineup, and you've got to deal with it while being at a high percentage stress.
Yeah, that's not what you want to do. You don't have to. That's a stock, by the way. The fair kind of catching Palutena. I don't know if he wanted to wear dodge or if he wanted to jump or whatever, but not in time, and Neeroz finds the stock. Xetroz in a really bad spot right now. He not only needs to deal with Pikachu, he also needs to deal with a Palutena, and Palutena is really good against any kind of character.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, obviously, Pikachu just really, really strong against Rob as well. Just a matchup that Robs do not particularly favor, and then we're going to start to see why a character being this small can deal this much damage is really, really powerful. Xetroz actually struggling to kind of find any bit kind of meaningful hits here, to be honest.
Yeah, and here's the thing, you're used to play against Palutena, but you're also used to play against Rob. Yeah. There are a lot of Robs everywhere, but there are not many Pikachus actually, even though the character is hella strong.
Yes. It's
not a character that you see often in Smash, or at least played in Europe.
Exactly that, no, I mean, there just aren't too many to actually practice against. So certainly, I mean, for Xetroz here, kind of just being overwhelmed slightly by this mouse here, who's very much on the hunt now for the kill. Literally, one good hit could seal it up right now for Neeroz.
And Neeroz seems to be everywhere. You cannot approach Neeroz because his aerials are so safe and he can just mash them. Not as much as Rob. Oh, he escapes that because Pikachu is very light as well. And Xetroz needs to find that stock as soon as possible because his stock is going to be soon.
Oh no, okay, going for the up throw now, but it's just not enough. Yeah, maybe a down throw will be what we go for. Yes, and go for the up air. Love the patience as well from Xetroz there, actually reading what Neeroz will do. Now the Palutena is out, who doesn't really need to do all that much work like that.
I think the DI was a little bit off by Xetroz there, because usually at that percentage you can escape the follow-up, but I don't know if as Rob you can as easily. Of course, it's a big hurdles that you have to deal with. But yeah, Neeroz just found the opening immediately with Palutena, just came back. Fair. You're out of stage. You come back with Rob. I have a down tilt for that. You DI in. I have a backer for that. And that was the stock.
Yeah, I mean, literally, like, in a position that both ends, all Neeroz really needs to do was just kind of chip away a little bit, find one good connecting hit, and that really was all it was going to take to actually take down this Rob player and get the one game up. So Neeroz now sitting just one game away from making it through, but we're potentially seeing a slight change in the lineup here
for both players.
Both players, yeah.
I mean, Cloud is an overall good character. Of course, if you take care of his recovery, he's not as strong. But if, as the Cloud player, you manage to be on stage, the character is broken.
Yeah, exactly that. And I do actually rate, obviously, the Aegis coming out here from Neeroz as well. To actually deal with this Mario. Let's see how it does. Will Neeroz be able to take the second game? Well, let's find out.
Yeah, I think the Greninja wasn't working that well for Neeroz. Even he got Mario stock first. He wasn't looking as comfortable with the other Pokemon. So probably the Aegis is also a very good character. Very high mobility as well. The jump is also good. But that's going to be... what a weird interaction.
I mean, it's still quite scary here for Mario, who's got to try and make it through. Does make it past that forward smash though, which was going to be fatal for Xetroz there. But Neeroz still just looking so healthy right now. Just literally maneuvering around all these straight hits as well. Literally just requires like one connecting hit to just throw off this Mario's timing. Really, always all it's going to take.
Yeah, it is at 115. Right now, the Rage is on deck, and that could be very good for the Mario, but I haven't seen Xetroz find any kind of combo into ladder, into up B. He's the god of F smashes, though. And right now, sitting at only 123%, he's managed to bring Neeroz to a percentage that could have been very, very potentially difficult for him to keep his stock. But Neeroz finds his first stock, and here's the Cloud. We haven't seen the Cloud by Xetroz yet, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does with the Final Fantasy VII protagonist.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, like, this matchup is always a really interesting one as well. Xetroz can certainly take the stock in pretty quickly, but obviously Mytho just having like this insane speed again just to overwhelm right now is going to be really, really difficult to deal with, and it's potentially what is going to be pretty fatal going forwards, because I mean, you've seen how much chip damage is being put on the board right now, Dras. It's top position for Xetroz.
Yeah, of course. You cannot be off stage too much as Cloud if you want to keep your stock with you, and it looks like if Xetroz loses 2 more interactions, he will lose the stock, because obviously his recovery is not the best. And I think it was a misclick by Neeroz. He wanted to probably just get away from that platform, and just Xetroz was like, "Oh, you're gonna stay here? Okay, I have a smash for you. Oh, you're gonna keep on staying here? I got another up smash for you." And that finally sealed the stock, but the Pikachu's on deck, and that means trouble.
Yeah, I mean, obviously now that's your percentage well. Of course, limit is online. Maybe if we get a limit side beat, that obviously is a bit more damage being on. But unfortunately, it's just going to get wasted by that blade beam going completely below this poor Pikachu, who is going to be completely unaffected.
Yeah, only 48% for the Pikachu. The dash attack, of course, one of the only dash attacks that can get stock from the game. The backer, of course, going to seal it. And Xetroz is down to his last stock, down to Rob potentially. His winner bracket is on deck right now, and the Pikachu is looking really healthy as well.
Yeah, again, like, we're just in this position that we saw in the previous game where this Pikachu now gets to just have a bit of fun with this Rob. Literally do as much damage as physically possible and then just leave it to the Palutena. Last time we saw that, like, all it took was just, 160%. But it's not going to happen this time. History is not repeating itself as we are going down to a final stock between these two at even percentages.
Yeah, that was a really good start by Xetroz, just reading that. Of course, Neeroz not finding the appropriate DI. Sometimes it's really hard against Rob. And even though Palutena's got a little bit of damage, that's just a combo away from Rob's getting the same.
This is a thing, like at any moment this Rob could just find the gyro hit to get them back in this, but Neeroz is playing this exceptionally well right now. We're going to see an extremely high recovery from Xetroz there, trying to dodge that, but still gets hit by the up air regardless. Just has not been able to find a way through at all.
Yeah, Xetroz needs to find an opening right now to get a little bit of percentage. The Xetroz is gone, and so is his fuel. He's gone, and Neeroz will advance through winners. Top 6 for the French player, and we have